and like y'all keep doing it, showing it, showing it. That's really the only way you're gonna get it done
Yeah.
because they want us to fail, and it, they're old, but you have to be twice, you work twice as hard and all of that. And we where we got it mixed up was we was working twice as hard for somebody else.
Yeah.
Then when there's time, we need to be working twice as hard, but we need to have our own goal.
Yeah,
You
that's
know.
the thing. We don't have no goals. We don't have no just like what I'm learning in trading. You have to have an exit plan before you even enter. We
Okay.
don't have we don't even have plans to enter or exit. So we don't in everything we do we should have, okay, I'm getting into this. What's the exit? What's the enter and what's the exit? Is there
Mhm.
an exit? Some things it's always an exit, even if you just like if you're a founder of the CEO Youth CEO Academy. my
Mhm.
my end goal is to just be one day sitting in the back just watching the organization still run. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Right.
that's the exit goal of what I'm doing now for that.
Mhm. Mhm.
House of Resources to be able to franchise and have these city to city doing the work in the community. And now I sit back and just monitor everything. That's the exit for that. So
Right. Right. Right.
so
Exactly.
but welcome to
Yeah.
another episode. We just jump in
Hey,
talking.
I know, right?
You know what I'm saying? But how are you doing?
I am well, thank you. Just making it happen
Yeah.
a day at a time.
You got
Yep.
you got to. And
Let's see.
how's been your last week? What's been up? I seen you at the garden Saturday.
I was at the
Acre.
garden. We did a little cleanup. The sugar cane is doing well. At the house, I feel so much better. I have my collard greens and my mustard greens and my turnip greens and my cabbage in the ground
Oh
and
yeah.
repotted a lemon plant and a moringa tree. And so that's some good stuff, because it was like, whoa, it's me. There's nothing. Well, everything, the cantaloupe and the different, it was just hanging on from the summer. And I'm like, it's fall. It's time to change it. And it's sitting up blossoming and, bearing fruit. And I'm like,
It's
because,
supposed to be putting something else in it.
yeah, because in my mind, which is just in my mind, uh, if you say you got fall plant, things you plant in the fall and then in the spring, and then it's supposed to be that way. But you know what? It's not that way, and life's not that way because we had a extremely dry summer. Sometimes we've had dry summers. Sometimes we've had since I started gardening, really wet summers, and all of that really cold winter, not so cold winter, and all of that plays into the growing season. So I can't expect what I would like to expect. So I have to again come outside of myself in the way, oh, but that's what it said, then that's what it should be. Nah.
Yeah.
You're just not putting, your greens out when you would have done it at least, about a month ago. But yeah, so that's exciting when I get to play in the dirt. And granddaughter turned 16.
Yeah, I seen
So yeah, that's my sugar. Yeah, and that's a whole nother deal, but that's my baby. I think she had a good time. Hopefully she had a couple of her friends with her. So I was like, chopped liver. Oh, you there? Okay. She was with her girls and she had a good time. And I got to do what she wanted. She wanted to go to a fancy restaurant. And so she got all,
I seen y'all, you know what I'm saying? I said, oh, look at them.
yeah, yep, that's what 16. And oh my goodness, my daughter, I don't know if I should say her age, but I can. But she has birthday tomorrow. I have a daughter that has birthday tomorrow.
Okay. Happy
And I won't say her age. Beautiful, beautiful my beautiful girl. We had her boys this summer for a little bit. And
okay.
that was exciting to have the boys from Tennessee. Remember the road trip?
Yeah, that's when y'all went to Arizona.
Yeah. Just
Yeah, yeah.
to take them back home and got a chance to visit with her for a little while, and that was really neat. So we did the birthday, um, did the gardening, still grinding out, Liberation Now and getting my insurance business, my financial services business. So I'm just a day at a time plugging in, just plugging away. Wish I could, go a little harder, but sometimes,
Brace yourself.
Yeah,
They say slow motion better than no motion. You know what I'm saying?
There you go. I need to put that up. Slow motion better than no, because it feels very slow. It feels very slow.
To you,
And but it takes time.
Yeah, it takes time because I feel like that too sometimes, but I have to pace myself. Sometimes I should work harder, and I know it, and sometimes I understand that what I'm doing, it takes time for it to fold out, no matter how fast I work. Sometimes some things just take time, no matter how much time you put into it. It just takes time to really, come together. Yeah, so that's one thing I have to learn because I thought the harder I work, it's just going to happen. No, you can work hard if it's still not meant or still not ready. It's not going. It's
just happen. Not ready till it's ready.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And then, you could maybe trip and say, well, if this and if that, nah, it just is what it is. And we're the determining factor.
Just deal with it accordingly.
Yeah. Yeah. Deal with it accordingly. Chill out. So yeah. Just chill out.
So get into the subject for tonight.
Well, yeah, let's get into it.
This basically was going to be a phone call. I was going to give you a call. Every time I get frustrated or ready to go off, I call you first. I try to, when I'm not thinking all the way sane, I try to get to call you so you can slow me down a little bit, But I said, you know what? After I thought about it and thought how I was going to handle it, I was like, nah, it's just a good conversation for later on the podcast.
Okay. Okay.
So I say the system want us to fail, and of course the system was formed for us to fail. It wasn't formed for us to succeed. So that's not breaking news, but it's just funny. Like what I'm talking about is a personal situation was going on right now between me and probation officers in Temple. You know what I'm saying? Like. And it's not nothing like I'm just shocked because I know what I'm doing, getting in the line of business, dealing with the youth. Of course, I already know how I'm be perceived, looked at. So that's not even nothing. That's not nothing what I'm crying about. You know what I'm saying? But I done got the one of the probation officers told a mentee that I was sketchy. Right? I told you about that one. Another one was talking about today about me not allowing the kids upstairs, and something is fishy about that. Oh. I don't know if I have a secret drug lab upstairs or if I'm smuggling somebody. I don't and the kid was like, I told him like, why I never asked to go upstairs because I'm not here to go upstairs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, right. There's nothing up there. It's basically like a storage because, I said, I'm going to try to get downstairs together first. And we use upstairs as a storage until it's downstairs together. Then I worry about upstairs because upstairs, eventually I want to be kind of like a lounge, a little learning area, but it'd be for the older kids. I don't want young kids going up and down the stairs. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that was just that's just common sense. But my thing is not even that you're asking and concerned about where kids at. I get that. It's the insinuations that, from sketchy to why would you want to be somewhere you can't go upstairs? Like, what are you insinuating? You know what I'm saying? Right. And it goes to a counselor. One of the counselors quit on one of my kids and told the kid straight up, you trust your mentor more than me. But I'm like, okay, you're a 40 plus 50-year-old white woman. He's a teenager. Of course, he's going to relate to me more. Why would that be a personal? Why would you take that personal? You know what I'm saying? Just do your job. Don't get mad at that he trusts me more and he won't open up to you. That's your job to make him open up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not the first client in the world that won't open up to their counselor or whatever. So what I say, I want him to fail because I realized that when I did it, I tell you all the time, I don't care about schools. I don't care about. Only reason I care about the probation officers and juveniles because I know it's housing the kids. So I don't care about it per se. Everybody know I'm an outside of the system guy, but I realized in my line of business, I gotta at least try it. You know what I'm saying? It ain't. I can care less if they keep me out of schools, keep me out the juvenile. They're not gonna stop what I'm gonna do because I had already when I planned it up, I knew that I wasn't going to be allowed in those rooms. So you know what I'm saying? So if they allow me in there, it's a plus. If they don't, I'm still back to the original plan. So that doesn't affect me. But it's the psyche of, I can show you what I'm doing that's helping kids change at least their mindset. Every kid ain't changing overnight. I don't even expect them to. I just expect them to get better as we go and hope they got enough time to fully change. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But if I can see that, parents can see that, you obviously can see that because you have so many conversations about me. If you didn't feel like I was really doing something effective, you wouldn't be talking about me so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that let me know I'm doing something. So I started to just, to get your opinion. I started to just go up there, ask for a meeting, and I want you to tell me to my face what's sketchy about me, what's this about me, what's that about me. That was my first reaction, right? That's what I was going to do. And it still wouldn't have been like no out of control, tripping, nothing crazy, but I would have corporately checked them. You know what I'm saying? I was going to go corporate check them, like on some nice guy check them stuff. You know what I'm saying? Then I was like, nah, you know what? Let me just keep doing what I'm doing. Go ahead and enhance what I'm doing. Have an event and invite them. And then when they come to the event, if they even come, because they might not even come, but just put it in their face that this is what I do if you want to come out and see me and the kids. And then ask them about what they do outside of their job. Because if they really fight for the kids, I know they got some kind of nonprofit or something that I can team up with, and they can help me and school me, and we can partner up and really show me what I'm doing wrong. Maybe I am doing something wrong. You know what I'm saying? So that's the conversation I want to have now. I want to invite them, see the event, and then hopefully their youth group outside of their job, the youth organization that they run and put hours in, and the kids that they saving outside their job, can team up with the House of Resources and CEO Youth League, and we can do something powerful, and hopefully I'll learn something and become a better mentor.
You tripping. You straight tripping. Straight tripping.
But I don't know.
Period. That's too much energy. That's too much energy.
No, I got to give it to them though, because they have my babies. I mean, I got to show.
They do have your babies.
I want to show my babies that this is a power move. I don't want y'all shouldn't be. This remind me of when I had the food truck. Right, the city came and pulled up on me. The lady next door called the city on me. I said, come on. And I had guys that dipped off and stuff. She called the police. Police came, city came. I gave them the paperwork, this and that. And they said, have a nice day. They permitted me to be there. And I had, and to you, that wouldn't really look like nothing because you had your paperwork, of course. But to the guys that was there, a couple of them told me that changed their life because they just never seen nobody just not be scared, have that much power and authority. Like, I ain't doing nothing wrong. I'm not running. I'm not going nowhere. That right there, that's a mindset that our kids and our babies and men in the community need to have. We don't have nothing to be scared of. I ain't doing nothing to be scared of no juvenile probation officers. You know what I'm saying? So that's the energy. Not that I'm gonna just go out my way, but now come see what I'm doing personal, in which, like I say, most of them probably won't even come, but they will be invited to come. And then I want to talk to them about what they do. I don't think that's too much energy. If you're a probation officer, you have to have kids.
No, the energy I'm talking about is how much time you've spent. I mean, you've spent you've already recognized the system is designed this way. And if I'm in that system, I'm designed that way. So we're not expecting something different. What we're shocked if somebody can say and honestly give you the kudos, the ups that you deserve. That's what's going to rock your socks. But the fact that they see you as sketchy, society sees all of us as sketchy. You're in a system that sees these kids a particular way. And if they see the kids like that, they know the kids are produced by people, communities. And so their responses to me are kind of typical, to be expected. Now it would be nice, but we can't without asking and being given an honest answer. You know what I'm saying? Being able to go, well, where'd that come from? Well, what made you say that? Well, why do you? But that's a conversation that would be had in general when they kind of slip up and say something to you. But one of them said this and one of them said that's expected. They can say whatever they want. I'm doing what I'm doing and I'm gonna do it well. Okay. And the babies, they need to see you doing what you do and doing it well. And then they can see now they have an example, because before, without you, there is no example. They see these people who come in with the face of, we're here to support you. I want to see you well. Open up to me. If they really wanted them to open up, if they really cared about them kids, and they could not, if the kids are not opening up to them, they would be reaching out to people like you and looking for people like you to be in those positions. Right? They're like, I can't do it, but they're not gonna say I can't do it. They got to feed their family. That's a little thing. They got to feed their family. Whatever. When you're dealing with our kids, I think it's a line that our kids need to see. They need to see genuine, and then they need to see system. I'm not saying these are bad people in the system, but they in the system. And they have systematic thinking. What does the system think of our young men and women when they get into trouble situations? What is the predominating thoughts? This was expected. This is what y'all do. This, you know what I'm saying? No, that's not who we are. This joker just done gone rogue, come from a good family, he know better, and just done gone rogue and need somebody who they can connect with in an environment that they can connect to be able to come out of wherever it is they are. And you probably, in my opinion, I don't see you, middle-aged white woman, reaching some of our children. I can say you can, but I'm gonna say it's not the same. We don't. It's not the same. I'm just gonna say it's not the same. Yeah. It just sounds like, if somebody said that, I'm like, oh, I've just given you a place. You have just shown me you are more systematic than you are culturally sound in your decision making, in your thoughts. You in line with the system. Yeah. You got to look at me and find fault. You got to look at me and then you said, you like, well, I'm sure they got some work. No, they don't.
I know they don't. It's sarcastic.
I know they don't. I was listening to you.
That's definitely what I'm gonna put on the table, though. I'm definitely gonna ask them that.
I know you will. Yeah, I know you will.
I mean, because to me, I didn't like a lot of youth organizations that was going on. I didn't think it was really the real impact. There's a lot of people that feed kids and have fun days with kids, and I ain't knocking nobody with fun days and feeding kids. But because I did it for 15 plus years, and then I realized I'm sending them back to no hope. They don't have. Yes. I mean, they got a free backpack today. They got a free hot dog and chips today. And ain't nothing wrong with that. That's cool within itself. But then I started thinking about the turkey. It's cool to give a turkey away for Thanksgiving, but I would rather you be able to be in a position where you can have turkey any day of the week instead of giving you one, because then what you gonna eat in 2-3 days after the turkey gone? I just think deeper into it, and so that's why I already knew what I was getting into with it. It's weird because you would think, especially when you meet certain Black probation officers and people inside the law, that they really there to really make a change. I mean, of course, we know we got a lot of them that's there, and they some of them worse than white people in there. You know what I'm saying? Like they want their position so bad and they want their title so bad, they'll hang you harder than the person of a different color just to get ranks with them. So I know that, but just in general, you will see, especially when it's the kids, like any organization that's trying to do something in the community should be a plus. Like, I don't care if it's a rinky-dink organization. I don't care if they don't have no LLC. If it's a dude that just like to get with the kids and cut their hair and teach them how to be manhood in his garage, that's a plus to the system. You know what I'm saying?
That's a plus. That's a plus to whom?
What it should be it's a plus to us.
Thank you. Cut it right there. Right there. No, I'm gonna expect the system to be something different than the system. No,
you're taking me literally. I'm talking about.
Okay, I'm gonna stop being literal.
Yeah, I'm talking about the system really care. If you really there to change, I know that's my whole point. Yeah, that's my whole point. They in these positions like they do care and they fight for people, and we know they ain't all. So how you gonna critique me when I'm a person that'll call you out on that? See, other guys that you can play with ain't gonna say all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll call you out on there. I'm talking about by name. You know I will. I'll be waiting. I let people just tap me too many times. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, and it's a couple people, one or two more taps, it was something be public. But that's a whole nother story. But what I'm saying is,
but just be careful where you expend your energy. You have so much you have to do.
I always talk about that. My energy,
you good.
This makes me better. Like I was excited when I got this information today because I see this, and that's what I was telling Miss Sharon earlier. I said I think that's the street that's still in me. I still got a lot of street in me, right? And I don't run from it and don't want it out of me.
I'm not going to say, is that like supposed to be a bad thing?
No, that's a great thing, but it's a bad thing to a society that wants me to be in a certain box. Then now that I do what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't have these conversations. There's people that's quote unquote on my side that tells me I need, you know, those image, this and that. And you know what I'm saying? Like this is me. You can close your eyes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can do all that. Like I told, like, well, I couldn't do that or I get fired. I'm a boss, man. You cannot support me, but you can't fire me. That's one thing. And then that's a problem within itself too. I get a lot of people that don't like that. They don't even like that I'll say that publicly. Like, you can't, I don't care. You cannot support me, but you can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just that you need to humble yourself. You need to do this. You know how we get to talking. You know what I'm saying? We get to talking like you too brash, you too this, you too that. No, I'm fighting for a cause. How can you be too brash when you're fighting for a real cause? I don't never talk about me. So this ain't me being rambunctious about me. I'm talking about what I'm doing for a community or for these babies that's lost to the system.
Yeah.
I don't mind about being I don't mind stunting with that. If that's what I'm stunting with, I'll stunt with that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you're not gonna make me feel bad about it. But it's just a mindset of people that try to critique. And the only reason I give them a little energy because they have our babies in their hands. You know what I'm saying?
Do.
Like it's people in these streets that talk about me every day, and I look at their life and I'm like, why would I respond? You know what I'm saying? I'm not responding to that. And I could easily say that with them, but at the same time, these are the people that got the control of our babies. They can lock them up. They can do whatever they want to. And this the energy that you bring into a guy that's from the outside that's just doing stuff out his heart to make it better and easier for you. That's the energy. So I can imagine what the energy you got for them, because you got energy for a person that's just trying to help. You know, so that's what I mean about when I say the system. Of course, we know that I got a movie coming out called Dirty America. You know, I know that.
I saw that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I understand that, but I'm just saying these are who got our babies though. And I'm talking about from the schools. I was at the administrative office 2 times this week for a fight. You know what I'm saying? A guy, black boy, protected himself. The little kid told him he was gonna stab him and fight him, and his mama couldn't save him next time. And they said that ain't no threat. They said that ain't nothing they can do about it. You know, like, but like I say, I don't want to be fighting the school system when I already know our baby shouldn't even be in there. So I feel weird, even though the parents called me and I go to show my support. You know what I'm saying? You know, the mom like, the dad can't make it. Can you come and just be that man? So I went and sit in the room and asked questions and this and that. But I'm like, it just feels weird because I'm in here talking to these people that I know don't care. Like, they policies are set up for these babies to fail. Like, so what am I really here to say to them? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's pointless. But you know, and I told them what they was going to happen back and forth, and I told her, I'm like, he don't care what you trying to say, and you don't care what he's trying to say. Like, this is getting pointless. You got some points, but their system is their system. Like, so no matter how right or whatever or angry you get, you're not going to change their system because you're an upset parent. You know, and I have to get her to understand that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, this is my life. This is what I battle with. So to have people try to, it didn't, like I say, I don't care about hating, but you can't question me to my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
so these are things that was said to the babies that came back to you.
Ain't nothing said to like other. Well, I know that lets me know they all talking about me. If you go say that to the kid, that means y'all talking about me in the adult settings. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a very strong possibility because I don't even know him. The other ones know me. You know, he not one that he haven't even been to the House of Resources, but he got all this stuff to say about it. It's like 2 other ones came and they walked around and everything. You know what I'm saying? He told Bryson that, like, for some reason, like, if he was, he said if he was to come and I wouldn't allow him to search the upstairs. That would be a violation for him.
Oh.
First of all, why wouldn't I allow you to search?
First
of all, what am I getting searched for? First of all, before we even get into all that just sounds weird. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because would you go search the Boys and Girls Club if he was up there at the Girls and Boys Club? I highly doubt that they would go search every room in the Boys and Girls. That's a big building.
Mm-hmm.
So you telling me if they got locked doors, you're gonna go search those? So I mean, besides that though, like why wouldn't I even allow you? Like you're insinuating that it's something going on wrong that I'm hiding or running from.
It sounds to me like the system and a great opportunity for us or for you to help the babies understand how the system works.
Oh yeah.
How we pit one against the other, how the mindsets, in order to live in the world that they live in, they must have a particular mindset or they can't stay in there. Yeah. They can't stay. They're gonna lose their job. They're gonna lose everything if they don't have the right mindset. Yeah. I have to see the way the system sees. Okay, not and I have to be down for the system. Yeah. If the system been doing it this long, then the system is right. This is, that is not a threat. Now, to me, that's a threat. And if it wasn't a threat, it was close enough to a threat that we're going to pretend like it's a threat. It's going to be a threat because we're going to get to the bottom of this. Because number one, I need that young man or whoever to understand that's what that was. And if it wasn't, it was borderline. And if it would have been, and da-da-da-da-da-da. So I'm trying to say this dude that's making the threat, this dude that's been threatened. So I'm going for 2 lives. The system is like, they want the 2 lives too. So we're going to let him slide with this because we don't need a little something more. That's not big enough. That's not a big enough fish to fry. And what the babies need to understand is that if you hear somebody talking about somebody that is for you, then you understand that the system, that person within the system is probably of no good to you. Not that they, out to get you, but they're not out to help you. If they're going to say something negative about me, if they got a negative thought about me, who me, then you better understand that they think pretty negative of you too.
Yeah, definitely.
So opportunity, that opportunity, it's not that person. Don't, I think, looking at it now, don't look at it as that person. That person has been affected by the same things we all are affected by, and we all have to overcome. Yeah. And just because I've made it this far up the road doesn't mean that I don't have a few more, I need to grow a little more and I got to get a little further even where I am. But I am where I am. And these are the things that I'm convicted of now. I don't do black on black crime. So that means if this person who says something negative to me is a brother or whatever, I'm going to try to help you see from that perspective that brother got to feed his family, got to do this and do that. And maybe he's suspect of me because whatever happened in his past, blah, 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 blah. But me. If the brother want to see the upstairs, as far as they concerned, brother can see the upstairs. But I'm trying to get, even with that, my goal is for the brother to put your guard down. Everybody that looks like us is not bad and out to do something bad and are doing bad things. That there are people out here that are genuine. And I understand that might, because people have been burned before, but I don't know how much in that system because I don't know how many of us are out there trying to save our babies.
Yeah, nah.
So y'all not even dealing with very many of us. So then, I would say you probably have something to say about that. Why they don't, why blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
They really don't have time, but
me, that's why I say I still got to work on myself because, I don't got no problem showing you, but you ain't nobody to show at the same time.
Right. But you're going to handle that on a level, on a different level.
Yeah, but my whole thing is we're gonna prove to each other we're gonna prove to each other who each other is. I'm not you're not nobody. I need to prove myself to you. My work is I'm pretty sure I got more work of doing this more than you even been in law enforcement. You know what I'm saying? Like so, so just off the strength of that, like you got to show me some credentials yourself. Like who
That's
are you?
why you said what organization you part of?
Yeah.
What you doing after them work hours? And if you ain't got those receipts, if you don't have those receipts, then what? That's a whole nother.
They
You want to go? You want to go upstairs?
Yeah.
You tell me why should I let you upstairs? Because you don't trust me.
But it's the
do not.
This is a theme, and that's a pattern. That's what I'm saying. It's not even about them because, like I told you, the two that came asked me if two that had came like a month before. I walked them around, and they were just like, "So if kids run away, would you hide them here?" Like I don't think I would get that question if I was a white guy, extension of the Boys and Girls Club running a youth organization. I don't think the other, or I ain't gonna put no name on it. I don't think the other organization in Temple that have a house that houses boys gonna get a question, are you hiding out runaways? I just don't, I have never heard that one before. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I'm saying. It's not even that they're asking me because I answer questions. It's the insinuation behind the questions that they're asking. That's deeper than just the question. See, sometimes we'll just look at the question. I look at the motive of the question, and that lets me know what's being said in the rooms before y'all even come to me. Because if a person is talking bad about you with some other people, you'll be able to know if you just peep game with the way they talk to you next time. Like I done been around, I done had conversations with people, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know that they was talking about me. You know what I'm saying? And it was true. Because I understand how the tone and just how the conversation, it just did, the energy did. See, I'm an energy person. So like the energy don't lie. Like you can lie out your mouth, but your energy gonna tell the truth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm an energy person. So I understand. And that's what I'm talking about. Like your energy is just out. If you got serious questions, I mean, these are youth. Of course you should have questions. You know what I'm saying? Like we all should, because this is people out here doing wicked stuff. And I deal with youth. I done gave fingerprints, background check, all that stuff because I deal with youth. I'm not mad about getting checked out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just it's the motive, it's the energy behind the checking out is what I'm talking about. And that part right there, I feel needs to be addressed because just how you need to be able to deal with people in the community. Like this is how I could be a good lesson of teaching them when you deal with people in the community that just brothers that just start stuff on their own. This is how you deal with them. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna show you how to deal with me. It's gonna be respect both ways, and it's gonna be acknowledgement both ways, or we ain't got to deal with each other. I'm not nothing, but I'm not no lesser because you're a probation officer. Really, you're my lesser because you're a probation officer. The fact that you're in the system, you're lesser to what I'm doing, to me.
Yeah.
Of course, he might feel different, you know what I'm saying? Or they might feel different. But that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't have a problem with getting questioned on this, but we're going to question each other, and it's going to be on a respect level. It's not going to be on a interrogation, who are you, prove yourself to me level. We ain't having that. It's about this is what I do and this is what I stand for, and what do you do and what do you stand for? That's the dialogue.
So I think so. Yeah. So we'll just go Neely Fuller on them.
Yeah.
We just have to go Neely. If you don't understand racism, white supremacy, everything else you think you understand, you do not understand it. You confused. You don't get it. And we have to look at it in that context. And what Neely Fuller would say simply is, you don't accuse anybody of anything. You just ask the questions.
Yeah.
You know, why did you ask me that?
I mean,
I'm just saying. I just need to. I'm like Neely now. I got something in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
And unless I ask you now, when I ask you, when you respond, I have to evaluate. Did you respond? Do I feel that your response was honest or not honest? That's the energy that you talk about. But yeah, it's simply, why are you asking to go upstairs?
Yeah.
Do you go upstairs? I mean, do you do this in any establishment you go to that kids visit? You get to ask the questions.
Yeah.
And they get to answer them.
Yeah.
And that's just, that's just what it is. And if it's private, it's private. If the kids see it, for me, same thing with the kids. My son was dealing with a situation, and you don't call anybody anything. You just ask the question. I got a whole book here. I got Neely Fuller's whole book, the questions you ask for every situation, but you don't point a finger. You just ask the question. Well, what'd you do? Well, how do you define that? Well, why would you say that? You know, and let them do the talking, because what's in them will come out, and that's what you want. And maybe they have never been required to ask the question. Everybody just, oh, you the man. No, you, when you walk up on people as equals, and I think that's maybe kind of different too, somewhere in our psyche, um, because of our situation in this country, and our past. There's a piece of us that, so some of us, those are the ones that get along. They can get along. Then you had the others of us, we can't even find a way to get along. We struggling every day to get along.
Yeah.
Because we already know that we are equals. And even if we do, we may have gone to the other side of, maybe this equality thing has been misrepresentative, because the way y'all tearing stuff up, your history, I might, this is just a moment of just pure transparency, I might look at you less than maybe what you should be looked at, maybe, but I'm just collecting up the history and looking at what's put in front of me. If you do stupid stuff, you do stupid stuff. If it don't make sense and it's not working, I'm thinking you've been in control of it. You broke it and you can't fix it. So now you want to roll up on me and act like you this, that, and the other thing, move around. Not me. I'm sorry, honey. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
We got a little too crunk.
I got too loud. My fault.
But yeah, no, I definitely I definitely get what you're saying. I feel like I'm too loud now. Yeah.
You probably fine. I just got loud. Sorry. But anyway.
But yeah, no, but that's just what was going through my mind. Just ways to, like I say, it energizes me because I know I'm doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it lets me know. Because when you're a conversation, they're not gonna sit around and talk about people that just doing something that ain't impactful. What they're seeing is the reaction from the kids. You know what I'm saying? Because I met like 4 or 5 of them at one time, and they like, oh, these you're the person all these kids talking about. So that was my first meeting inside the office. So ever since then, I thought it was all good. But I told them, like, they'll sit in your face, they'll smile, they'll ask you questions and write it all down, and they'll let you lock yourself up. You like understand that these people, of course, they're gonna be smiling, of course, they're gonna be friendly. They're not your friend. Yeah. I know that when I'm shaking their hands, they're not my friend to really like. If my goal is to put prisons out of business, how does that helpful for their career? Like, just think about it. Just like just logically think about it. Like,
just make it make sense.
How can me and you be best friends if my whole life mission is to put you out of work? Like, I don't think you would like me so much. You know what I'm saying?
Not so much.
So it is what it is. I know, like I said, we started late tonight, so I don't want to keep you on too long. But I was feeling that right there. I'm energized by that. I'm motivated by it. I got some things that I'm about to really. And I don't do stuff to like show off, but I feel like in this work, we need to show off more. Mm-hmm. I need to be like, you know what? I was motivated to go and knock out these curriculums. I was motivated to go get more kids. Like, that's a good stunt. That's a good, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes are you splurging too much? With my line of business, I need to splurge. I need to show that I got kids starting businesses. Like I got, you know what I'm saying?
You have to.
That conversation, I'm going to go get 3 of them DBAs. They're going to be on a DBA this week. You know what I'm saying? Awesome. Just to show, not that we already didn't have it in plan, but okay, they want to see. One question was like, how's he showing y'all how to make money? Like, what are y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, it's an interrogation on my program instead of saying, are y'all learning a few things? Is somebody helping y'all try to stay out of trouble? That's good. Even if it's on a flat level, just the basis that somebody want to help y'all stay out of trouble. Somebody want to show y'all something different. I don't care what else he want. As long as he want to help y'all, that's a good thing to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I was like, they want these babies to fail. And that's why I was like, the system want us to fail, because when you can find a wrong in somebody that just want to help, that's like grossly underpaid for what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like out my own pocket doing what I'm doing, but I love doing it. For somebody like that, I don't know how you find fault in there. I don't know how you find something bad in there. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you got a long record. I can understand somebody pop out. It's a mystery. I understood this summer doing a summer camp. I ain't never did nothing like that. So of course people want to know who exactly are you, what you've been doing. But just the work in general, like I got 20, what the kids say, I got 20 plus years of receipts on just doing stuff for the youth. Like that's something I can't run away from. I can show, you can see, you can hear, whatever. So that was it. But anyway, that was the stuff on my mind. I just wanted to have that conversation that I would have had on the phone with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can wrap us up, give us some words, give us some maybe give me some words on how I need to know, normally tell you to give us some words, but maybe you need to give me some words, and they can just feel the words you give me. I don't know. You know,
I'm gonna need you to go hard in the paint and stay focused. Haters gonna hate, and you just keep being great. Okay. All right, that's it.
That's it.
You got your assignment. Everybody has an assignment. Yes. So do your assignment, and there's, you know, as long as you're doing your assignment, it doesn't matter what anybody else says.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It really doesn't. Just seek ways to, you know, if something comes before you, you process it just like you did.
Like I normally do, because I hear stuff all the time. But like I say, the difference between these actually got our babies in their control. That's what's like other people that just talk on the sideline. They don't even have kids in their program. I don't even worry about all that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm worried about the ones that can actually lock this. The person that you giving bad energy to about me, you can actually lock that person up. That's the part that I don't like. I don't like that, because then it's like you're using me against them to lock them up. Like it's like a funny mixture of punishing them because of me or something. It just feels weird. That's what I'm saying. So
it's a feels weird reality, Tony.
Yeah,
when I was in school, certain children were mistreated because of their relationship with me. You know, you don't like what I'm doing because I'm not doing what you're doing. No. So then you go after them to get me. So it's some silliness. Yeah. It just is. It's some silliness, and we learn from it, teach what we can from it. But yeah, that's a real part of the reality of how the system, like you said, you put them, the system wants us to fail. Yeah. Well, if we understand the system wants us to fail, then we understand how important it is that we do not fail. That's all that is. That's what you want.
Yeah,
that's what you want.
Yeah.
Oh, I see that. Then that's go harder.
That's what I mean about the inspire me to go harder, because if that's what you want, okay, let me make
that's
sure
what you want. I see you.
Yeah.
Nice reminder.
Yeah.
Let me whip up something real good for that. You know, I'm 3 DBAs this month. You know.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna let you go. I appreciate you. I'm sorry we got on. I was over here focused out. I've been zoned out all day on a lot of different things, and glad we got to tap in though. And I'll be talking to you off air. You know what I'm saying, later on this week or sometime. We'll get some time to chat a little bit. I'll let you know.
Yeah, we got to set up for Sunday. We got the Black History Sunday. So
okay.
I don't know
if I'll talk to you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. We'll get together tomorrow. I'll see what time works for you. All right. Yeah. Appreciate everybody for tapping in to another episode of Wealth is Gangster, Bridging the Gap. Peace.
Bridging the Gap.